Hey everyone, Virginia McClain here, recording from my living room as usual, sorry it's been so long. It's been a really busy week, and I have been working like crazy to get this virtual convention organized that I'm doing. It's called CornCon 2020, and you should check it out at corncon2020.com. We've got a few awesome events happening. We've got contests, we have panels, there are going to be readings, and maybe even some AMAs from some reasonably big name authors for a small convention. And it should be really fun. And it's all from the comfort of your own living room, so be sure to check that out. But in the meantime, that is what has been keeping me from getting more chapters recorded, is that I have been working really hard to get everything ready for that convention. It runs from April 24th to 28th, which, as you can tell from looking at a calendar, is coming right up. So I am working out all the last details of getting it all organized, along with the 20 some odd volunteers that I have helping me out. So anyway, we're all trying to make that magic happen. And in the meantime, I'm short on time for everything else. But I did want to make sure you got at least one chapter in this week, in addition to the one that I recorded on Sunday or Monday or whatever it was. So here's the next chapter. This is chapter 14 from Victoria Marmot and the Meddling Goddess. And when last we left our hero, she had just met the new kid in her class, had something thrown at her by a teacher, she's not sure what, and been followed out of the room by the aforementioned new student, who she also found surprisingly attractive and had an interesting reaction to whenever she touched her. So we're going to start in with chapter 14, which leaves off right there. This is another time where I have not had time to practice this chapter. I don't even know how long it is. I'm going to read it in one take, I hope, and we'll see how it goes. But here we go. "Hey, wait!" came the voice of the woman whose hands had made my skin tingle. "What?" I asked, turning slightly as I kept walking towards Albert's office. "We need to talk," she said, her strides keeping pace with mine, even though she was a good 3 inches shorter than I was, or would have been if her black combat-style boots hadn't had a 2-inch heel. "About what?" I asked, trying to focus on the hallways instead of on the warmth creeping up my skin as she drew closer. "We shouldn't talk about it here," she said, grabbing my wrist. The surge of warmth that spread up my arm and shot straight to my core was enough to stop me in my tracks. I swallowed, staring at where her hand had touched my wrist, expecting to see something that explained the reaction I was feeling, but it was just her skin touching mine. "That's weird," she said, clearing her throat and dropping my wrist. "What exactly—" Before I could ask any of the 5 million questions that jumped into my head, a familiar voice interrupted me. "Vic, hey, I got to English late and heard you were sent to Bumblebee's office again? Need company?" Seamus was a surprisingly welcome sight. I wouldn't have thought that seeing someone who had only recently revealed to me that he was a werewolf would make me feel less anxious, but I had to admit that after the chaos of finding Edic waiting for me in first period physics, and then being attacked by a teacher not 5 minutes into second period, Seamus's friendly, open expression made a few of the knots in my neck and shoulders relax. "Go away, pup," the new girl snarled. "I have something important to discuss with her." "The fuck?" I asked, my brain unable to keep my tongue from spewing forth whatever it conjured. "Why are you talking to him that way?" "I don't play with dogs," she replied, as if that somehow explained things. "I have no idea what you mean, but Seamus is my friend, and he's walking me to the principal's office, so if you don't play with dogs, I guess that means you can take a long walk up a short pier?" I grabbed Seamus's arm, did my best to ignore the heat that coursed through me when I touched his skin, and dragged us both in the direction of the principal's office. What the fuck is with me today? Had sleep deprivation made me the horniest person on the planet? It's like I can't touch people without wanting to jump their bones. Seamus looked smug enough that I almost turned back to talk to the new kid. If he was getting possessive, then this friendship was going to be over before it even started. I was probably reading too much into it. My brain was still fried from last night. There was too much bullshit going on. It wasn't even lunchtime yet, and I was so done with this day. Just as I had that thought, the new kid caught up to us and grabbed my arm again. But this time I ignored the fireworks inside me and kept trucking. Wait, Vic, stop walking. I need to talk to you about your brother. Well, fuck, that did it. I shook free of her arm, let go of Seamus's elbow, turned towards the nearest exit, and ran. Okay, well, apparently chapter 14 is super short, so I am going to go ahead and record chapter 15 right now. I will see you over there. I hope everybody's staying safe, and we'll talk to you soon.